And we are live. Welcome everybody to the Monday Mastermind. We're glad that you've made it. We're glad that you have popped on. Hope you have a beverage. Or in my case, nothing again. I don't know how I do that. I always manage never to bring something with me. But I hope you are having a fantastic day. I'm having an interesting day. I've got to be honest. I had a very, very weird existence. And today, I can't really explain it. I know my body clock has been shifted around the place, and I don't know how things are. I don't know how things are actually moving along yourselves, but I don't really have a regular body clock. I don't really have a regular get up at a certain time and go to sleep at a certain time. I have to work around a lot of things because I mainly work at night, but every now and then I've got to do something in the morning. I'm meeting a buddy tomorrow at about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, which means I'm going to be up while I should be sleeping. And so I got about 6 hours sleep just before we got on live here. But I'm feeling great right now, so that should last me a while. Hope everybody is doing great. We got a great hour for you today. We have a special guest, and we'll introduce her to you momentarily. But before we do that, let's go through our panel and find out how everybody is. And we have our wisdom keeper, Pops. Pops, how are you doing today? How are things going? Where are you exactly? You all keep moving about. Or are you in the same place that you were last week?
We are. Yeah, we're in the same place because we have great internet, and we are going to leave here. We extended a couple of days because we have some mail coming, and I ordered something from Amazon that'll all be delivered tomorrow. And then we're going to head down to the Everglades National Park. And we're hoping, hopefully not beyond hope, that there will be nice people down there that we can trust, and we can leave our camper there and go to Key West for a couple of days. That's our ideal plan. And the weather's awesome, and we're having a great time. We're getting some work done. Actually, I'm redesigning my blog with Katie's help because she's the guru, and I'm just kind of the follow. Just, okay, what do you want me to do next? Get out of my way. I'm working on this because you're too slow. Okay. And that's not by design because I overthink a lot sometimes. So, but we're doing great. It's beautiful and happy to be alive.
Well, yeah, it certainly is helpful having somebody who is a lot more knowledgeable in an area where you perhaps are stronger in others. And so I'm certainly envious of that. If you ever wanted somebody to help you out with your blog and make it look pretty and operate and even functionality of it, get in contact with Katie. She can certainly give you a hand. I actually bumped into her the other day while I was on a Zoom, and she was helping out somebody else with her blog. And, it's always good to have that. And that's why we surround ourselves with people who can help us all the time. But with that being said, I see that we have Robert, who is in the chat. We've got some other people who I'm sure are going to pop in and say hello. If you are there, say hello so we can give you a shout out. We're always glad to see people on there. With that being said, let's go over to Miss Katie's stage and find out. Can you add to what Pops has said and, clarify the situation?
Yeah, I feel like I need to be on my defensive here because this is the second time in a week he's brought this up where I'm a little bit faster and he's like saying that he's slow, but what it is that I'm walking through and where to find stuff, and so I feel like I'm on a defensive here. But I do have to say that my red certainly shows up when I'm like, okay, do this, and this, and this. We got to get this done. We got to get it done. Done. Just get something on paper or on website. Right. So, anyways, but
the funniest thing that is kind of ironic and irritating, but I have a touch screen, and when I'm working on something, she'll reach over and point at something, but she'll reach too far and touch the screen, and wham! Then we got to go back to it. It is funny. I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's hilarious.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I got a touch screen as well, and it's really it's like when you're in a conversation and you're trying to speak to somebody. Like I was with Katie and I think it was Maria, and we were talking, and I kept on saying no over there in that column, and I kept pointing to the screen like everybody can see what I'm actually doing, and it's not you know, you're kind of like, oh, they can't see me. I've got to describe everything like a story to them, and that's always great. Now, I just wondered if Jamie is actually there, because I can't see him sitting there.
Oh, I
Maybe
can see him.
you can see him. Okay, all right. So, Mr. Jamie Shaw, how are you doing today? Hope things are working out for you.
I am here in stormy, rainy Rushville, Illinois, where it's pouring like cats and dogs. But pretty good weekend on the workshop. You know, I'm I'm not doing a whole blog redesign. I'm just my face or my homepage. I want to change it, and I'm been brainstorming some ideas. Katie ain't been kicking me and telling me to do it. It's just after she trained us on Saturday, I'm like, I need a different look on that landing page, you know. So I'm working on that. Plus, I've got my other blog that I'm still that I'm building from scratch, and I've got all the pages set up on it, and just got to fill out some content and stuff. And you know, I mean, I had so many titles up to the top that go along with a computer business. I'm not sure if I want to change some of the titles or something. That's what one thing about hanging out with Katie, when she teaches you something, it makes you rethink a lot of things that you have in place and how can I do it a little bit better. And you know, and that's what I call chipping away the rough edges, you know, and that's what she says my book's going to be designed, you know, but really it is. I mean, she's chipping away an idea in your brain. You know, you have the idea and she gives you a little feedback or gives you an idea when she does a training. It's like, I can do that better. So I need to rethink it and do it better. So, but I've had an interesting week. Don't really want to go into details. If you want to know the details of it, watch the workshop from Saturday.
I will never apologize for that having an effect on people. I can kind of do that.
No, that's good. That's good. And, you know, that's why we appreciate everybody so much. And speaking of which, I see Jovi's on the chat, and, you know, David Roden's on the chat. And we just want to say hello to you and thank you for joining us. And if you are watching, which you probably are, you can actually log in and, you know, through Facebook or Chatwing, and you can actually say hello so we can give you a shout out. Now, I want to get to our main guest speaker tonight. And, you know, I just want to give everybody a little bit of a background as to why you should be listening to this person. Her name is Shamila Hussein. And, you know, we've had Shamila on a couple of times. And there's a reason for that. And that's because Shamila is a person that never stops pursuing her dreams. And, you know, the one thing I will say about Shamila is that, you know, and I coined this phrase just a little bit earlier about her. She is the shyest extrovert I have ever met in my life. For somebody who's really shy and withdrawn, she really knows how to get herself out there. And, you know, don't let her demeanor fool you. Dynamite comes in small packages. And so she has a lot to offer and a lot to share. And I want you to take what she is saying and really, really listen to it so that you can actually see that this is relevant to your life as well. Because you might be watching this and thinking, you know what, I don't really have that much of an impact. I'm not really that important, or I'm not really that influential. But, you know, Shamila's story is very, very unique and very interesting. And so what I'm going to do is I want to pass this on to Shamila. And I want you to also understand that, you know, she's married, she's got 3 kids, she's got a whole village around her where she still manages to focus on her home business. And we wanted to get her on last week because she had one of the biggest breakthroughs, and I'm sure she will get into this with you, but, you know, she contacted us and said she started screaming because she made, it was like over $1,000. And, you know, Shamila has been somebody who's just been stepping forward one step after the other, and she keeps on coming back, even after things that are thrown in her face, and she still picks the stuff up and walks forward. And so I want you guys to understand that this should be an inspiration to everybody listening, please. And so without further ado, I want to introduce Shamala to everybody. Shamala, the floor is yours. Please won't you introduce yourself and share with us how it is you got started in this crazy industry and what led up to your tremendous success last week.
First of all, thank you for all of you that you guys invited me again here. And Dave, you said a lot of more about me, but I'm not like this person. Whenever I just guys join you all and like hang out or in like separate or like Zoom, I always learn something new from you or from your videos or from Katie. So yes, I just wanted to give this credit to you all because that's by seeing you, by watching you all. This is how I become the person I am right now. So many of you know me. I'm Shumaila. So yeah, I'm a little shy, but when I just start talk, I don't stop. So yes, so I was here before, and today Kate with Katie or with Dave, I had a little talk, and they said, okay, you need to change something about your story, about things. I really just take a deep look into it, and I said, okay, I was missing so many things in it that I wanted to share with you all. So there's many of the things you all know, but few of the things I thought that it was not that important, but it was being a part of my journey, all those things. And I was in this industry for like 2 years, and last 2 weeks ago I had a like biggest breakthrough. And I just don't say it's not about money. It's not about money. It's or like my goals. Okay, I have to do this. I have to do this in my like first 3 months of the year. I just decide this. I have few more goals I have to accomplish before the March ends. But I guess I can do this if I just did this. So it's all come with the belief. It's all come with the self-confidence, and which I'm happy that I'm building day by day. Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm building it day by day too. Still, to this day.
Yeah.
Shamana, tell me something. How is it that you actually got started in the online industry itself? How did you actually get started from where like you weren't participating in it? What actually got you in the online industry?
Yes. I came to USA in 2009. So in the start of the year. So before that, okay, I don't have to go. I never been here to any kind of job. So I was all home by 2009. But before before getting married, I was working in my back home. So it was not like, okay, I needed, but I wanted to do it something for myself before that also. So I get married, I came here, and something happened in 2015. So my husband, he just lost his job for like 3 times in the whole year. So he was 2 months in one job. He just leave it and come home. And after that, he gets one another. So he gets for like 4 or 5 there. And then he just, okay. So that year was so hard and adjusting and doing everything in a like same way. But okay, that moment, okay, make me think, okay, we need something else. We need something else so that I can be able to be home and support my family also. So my family, they suggest me, okay, you should do childcare from home. So I just give it a try. I can do it. So my kids, you all know how they are. So I think that if I can handle those kids, I can handle any kids. So, okay, I started this. I took classes and I started from my home. So, and I was glad I get a child. She come to me and when she was like 6 weeks old. So I started working with her, taking care of her. So, but at the same time, I was looking, okay, no, I need something more. So I just came to like, okay, online business. And I said, okay, it's from the computer. I know about computer. So, and if you know me, if I just get into something, I don't get back until I finish that thing. So, um, I just started in 2016 in January, early from the like I remember it was my husband's birthday, January 6th. So I started on the same day. So okay, first of all, I there was something in my mind when I see so many stories out there. They are doing this so easily, and I I thought that I can do it too. But within like 6 months, I thought, okay, something is not working. Because I was just okay, just do it. Um, they are doing this, I can do this too. So I just posting everywhere. Okay, if I can get a lead from there or not. Um, but still not working until I get into this workshop. So by getting into the workshop, it's still okay. I was coming and attending the workshop every Saturday. Even I just get late because back there in 2016 it was late night, like Saturday's night. So I just come and join. But suddenly something click in my okay, you are doing learning and doing everything, but you are not taking actions. So and which particular thing, because I was looking at Dave's video, I was looking at Katie's live these days. Those days you were doing every day, and I was attending Jamie's hangouts also. So it was like, okay, this thing's all works with the videos. So that thing, okay, I found a solution for that. So just give it a try if it works or not. So I started doing videos. Before when I was recording videos, it was like, okay, redo again and again. But I just, okay, everyone is doing lives, I can do it too. So not on like only me. I just go hit a public button and just go live. So I started
I do
this.
have a question.
Yes.
Before you get into how you started it, I really wanted to talk about you dealing with the negativity when you first started, because you started having people being kind of weird when you got on Facebook, and I think we kind of get we're either worried that it'll happen, and it does happen, but you kept pushing forward and kept doing those Facebook lives, which I was like, damn right, girl, that's awesome. It's like you didn't care. So if you wanted, I just wanted to make sure that you added that too into and tell us how you got past that and the people just saying stupid stuff in the comments.
Yes, because back in like 2016 when I just started making videos, I have like so much speaking problem. I know how to write English, I know how to understand, but there's still something, okay, I have to get like speaking fluently. So I speak Urdu at my home. Even my kids talking back with me in English, I have to speak with them to make them understand, okay, you have to learn this language too. So uh, they just come and say, okay, you don't know how to talk, you don't know, your kids are back in the background, they are making noises. Why are you doing this, or these kind of questions they all ask me whenever anyone can join. I just said, okay, I choose to work around them. So if you don't like the kids noise, if you don't like uh my talking, I'm not mad at you. You just go and turn that off. Then why you keep listening to me? So I just said that so many times in my life. So I didn't get what do you say? I didn't get nervous. I didn't get okay mad. I just said, don't like it, you just turn that off. So when I just started doing this, when I just started telling those people, they stopped. They just stopped doing this. So now, then I find it, okay, this is the strategy that I can help people. It's not like all selling the thing or selling, I have the products, okay, I have to sell those only. It's like how I am changing their thinking of how I changing like their behavior by sharing these things or giving them a solutions. Yes.
So we do have a question in the comments. By the way, I just love how you said it. Like, you just work around me, kids. All right, just work around me. and all the, I remember when you first started, you started getting these kind of crazy comments, and you're just like, I'm just gonna work around you, and I love that. I'm like, you're not even gonna be in my radar. I think that's amazing. A lot of people can learn from that, and just don't let it eat at you, because you have a purpose. You have a thing that you got to do, and you're going to do it no matter what, and you're not going to let anybody stop you, which I think is awesome. So Jovi, hi Jovi, I just wanted to say hi to you, and she asked a really cool question for you, Shamila. Is she says, I would like to know, for how long did you do consistent lives or videos before you started to see the results and like the audience and comments and engagements like that?
Okay, I give myself a 30-day challenge. Okay, you have to do it consistently every day for 30 days. So I did this. I mean, I remember if I just skip 1 or 2 Sundays, but I come every day. I just did it live, and after that, it become my habit. So by the end of the day, till it's like 10 o'clock, okay, I have to do it before I just go. So make this in your mind that give yourself some kind of challenge. You have to do it for 10 days or 15 days or 30 days. That's how you can build this habit. Yeah.
I love it. You said, you know what? Everybody in the industry is saying it takes 21 days to make a habit, but screw that. I'm going to do 30 days. And that gives me goosebumps, because you're just like breaking all the rules, and I love it. And I just wanted to say real quick that hi to Trisha, and she's just joining us in the comments. So she's just here as a guest. So we just want to say hi to Trisha. And so does anybody else have any questions? I think Pops had a question for Shumila.
Hey, Shamila, awesome story. And I love it that you work around your kids. You're setting a great example for other moms who have kids that want to do this, and you're leading. You're a hell of a leader. You're a great leader in that example. My question is how many? Yeah, and I know you don't have the figures in your head, but how many do you think of no's you got before you started getting yeses, or how many no's compared to yeses? I just want to let people know that no's happen. You're going to get no's, but you're also going to get yeses. So how many do you think that you ran through no's before you started getting yeses and results?
So I should say it start with no. When you start something, it start with no. You get as many as no you can get it from every people you are just talking to. So even someone says maybe, they can take a look.
Here they come.
Yes.
That's okay. That's okay.
And that's fine, yeah.
Thank you. Yes. So
I think they miss us too.
Yeah. So you get so many no's. So I say the beginning start with no's, but you get maybe. Okay. You get maybe, but after like watching you every day, by seeing your face every day in front of the people, they are just, okay, hold on. They are doing something. Maybe we can get answers from them. That's how you can just build that trust by you can share it by sharing posts, you can share it by doing videos. So yes, no's at the beginning.
I don't want to. I know that we kind of stopped your train of thought there because you were in the middle of your story saying that you started to do your videos. Could you tell us exactly what happened after that when you started making your videos? What actually went on there? How did you carry on? What was your strategy? That sort of thing.
Sorry, you break up. I couldn't hear your full question.
I was saying because you were in the middle of your story saying you started doing videos, and then we had a whole bunch of questions, and that's cool. But I just wanted to know. I didn't want to interrupt your train of thought there. What happened when you started to make those videos? What was the process that you went through? Your strategy.
So first of all, it was building my confidence. And it's make me bring, okay, to learn something. That's how you can share something with others. So during the daytime, I just listen and pick something, okay, which makes my mind, okay, this is the right thing, or this thing can help me, and how I can just change it and help others with that. So that's make me to hear any kind of like video or any kind of like training that make me like, okay, that feeds me also to learn something new, and that's how I can share it with others too. That was your question.
Yes, it was. And then when did you start getting results? Like what actually happened in the course of that process when you started to get results?
Not right away.
And people start.
Not right away. So before that, when I just started, it took me like, 30 days are the process, your routine, okay, do it until you get, okay, I didn't do my daily routine work today, complete. So that's come in your daily routine work. Until you can do it, you're missing something. 1 second.
That's an amazing mother right there. I can't get over that. That's amazing. Guys, if you're wondering if you want to actually build a business online and you think you have too many distractions, I want you to look at Shamila, and I want you to understand that this lady, despite the fact that she have all the distractions, still manages to do this. And that's super encouraging.
I got a bigger one. Okay, you can have it, okay. They want
just take it
this.
All. Just take it all. Just take it all.
So, yes.
So talk to us a little bit about the shock that you got. Like I think it was 2 weeks ago. You sent us a message saying that you were screaming. Talk to us a little bit about that and what actually led up to that.
Yes, things I was doing, everything. It's not like I didn't get. I remember when I make my first $20. I remember when I make my first $60. So my first $100. But still, I have some kind of goal. I just tell you guys that I just set 90 days goal for me that I have to do it. So my success first like thing, okay, I did it before, and these things I can do it too. So why I'm saying this, every time I can do this too, you have to make yourself believe that you are capable to do anything. You can do it, and I'm going to do it. You have to tell yourself every time you set something in your mind, you have to tell yourself, I'm going to do this. So that's give you like more push to your goals, more push to the work you are doing every day. So that's how I did it, and I made my first $1,000, and I was so happy. And so, and all are the first people that I shared this. So yeah, because this is the place I grew up. This is the place I become this kind of person. So being shy or push myself in behind of so many people and just listen to those, and you just come out and talk to in front of so many people. So it's a big thing. And right now I'm getting so many people messages, because it's not like I'm just um taking people, okay, you have to join me, you have to join me, because they watch me last whole 2 years. They watch me. I'm still here. I didn't go anywhere. I do the single one thing every day, and I didn't try to sell anything to those people. I just share value. So right now they are coming for their problem solution to me. Yeah, they are just coming to me.
And you know, I got to say that that is a big difference between the people that fail and the people that succeed. That the ones that succeed, they keep on working and they stay the course and they keep working on their business. You know, whether it be a daily action or a weekly action or 3 times a week, they're always there. They always are around. And this is the difference between people that fail and people that succeed. And you mentioned something to me a few weeks ago, it might have been a month ago, when you said you were going to start having gratitude. And you were saying, you know what, it's not going to be about the money, because you mentioned that part here. You said it's not about the money. That's what you said right in the beginning. And you said that you were going to have an attitude of gratitude. And, you know, talk to us a little bit about that. You know, what was your whole mindset there? Because I remember at one stage you were battling and you were saying that you know, you weren't getting the consistent results that you were getting, but then you just decided, you know what, I've got to start having a different attitude.
Yes, because those days when I talked to you, I was going every other no. I was going after every other no. It's not like, but it's those no's bringing something negativity in my mind that keeps pushing me away for the things I'm doing. So what I changed it after my morning prayers, I just sit down, and sometimes I just write notes, what I have to do, who I am, or what thing I just did it. I just anchor my habit with that. So whenever I just do those kind of things, I just self remember that I'm good. Just do gratitude. Just do the things that keep your mind in peace, keep your heart in like a normal way. Because when you just think so much, you get distracted. You get like so much intention, and you can think right. So, and what I say, your mind, I just heard this from one of my friends. She just said, okay, your heart controls your brain. Oh, no, sorry, your brain controls your heart. So you have to control your brain. The brain not have to control you. So that's how you can just tell yourself, okay, no, you have to do this. Or not your brain, okay, you can do it later. That's how you can change your attitude. By giving command to yourself, okay, you have to do this right now. So
and that's really powerful to write it down, like you said. That's very powerful, because you're seeing yourself write it out in your subconscious mind, and your brain is seeing you write it out, and it's getting imprinted in your mind. And the more you do that, the more it's going to become a habit, and that's also going to be registered in your brain over and over and over again. And finally, the resistance has to give up. you're going to win.
Yes, I haven't done like those journal things, like writing these kind of things before in my last 2 years. But when I just started doing this, it brings so much difference in things.
Yeah, you know, you mentioned the 30-day. You have to do it for at least 30 days. You know, I'm just saying that personally, I think that, and I'm sure you would agree with this, that a good thing to do is to a 90-day plan is always a good solution. If you're going to consistently just do something, and I will say this, that the 90-day thing is very interesting. I was watching a documentary the other day about a guy who was a drug addict, an alcoholic, and they reached out to this person. And hey, if you don't know who this person is, it was a documentary on Jake the Snake Roberts. He's a wrestler. He used to be big in his time, and 25 years ago. And then 25 years later, you know, he's an alcoholic. He's put on a whole bunch of weight. He's become very weak. And Jake reached out to a friend of his in the industry who was helping people rehabilitate themselves. And he reached out to this person, and this person went to go and fetch him and take him to his home. And every single week they would instill him with the right habits and what to do. And then every 3 weeks or so, this main guy would go on holiday, and then Jake would stumble, he would fall, he would kind of, you know, go for a drink again. After the first week he was there, he went for a drink, and it happened like 2-3 times. Then he was like, what is going on? Why can't I get Jake to actually turn his life around? Why is it that I can't actually get him to stick to a regimen? Why does he keep falling off the wagon? So we started phoning his buddies, people that were addicts at one stage and completely changed around. And he found that every single one of those guys that had turned their lives around had made sure that they went to a meeting for 90 days straight. 90 days straight. And that seems to be a very key number, that when you consistently do something for 90 days, that you start getting results. I know that was the case for me. I know it was the case for Katie and for everybody else on the panel here. And I'm certainly you would agree with me that a 90-day stretch is a very good period of time for you to actually implement these habits of what you've just mentioned, right?
Yeah, I actually have a personal experience with that, because you told me a strategy, Dave, on YouTube, and you said 90 days. So after, I'm telling you, just before 30 days, I lost count. It didn't matter. It didn't matter because I knew that it was working. Not to say that I'm guaranteed this strategy would work, the SAM method, which is South African method, because Dave's from South Africa. But when I did that strategy, I just kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it until I got on the leaderboards, until I got recognized by the company. I'm like, holy crap, this is awesome. And you got on the leaderboards, Dave, you know, obviously because it works. And speaking of strategy, what I wanted to actually ask a question, if that's all right with Shumila, is I really like to go into the strategy, because strategy is always a good thing, because it kind of gets you from point A to point B, to kind of get that, to try to make it like a complete strategy. But first I wanted to say hi to Lori, because she is also coming into the chat. So I just want to say hi to Lori. I met her last weekend at the Ray Higdon event, which was really cool. So so the question that I had for you, Shumila, is that I was on the last Facebook Live that I was at, on your Facebook Live. I thought it was really awesome, because how you structured it, you introduced yourself, you know, and you said, you invited people to say, come talk to me in the comments. And then you just gave them a whole bunch of value, which is so impressive. And then, because the kind of value that you give in your Facebook Lives is something they can actually use right away. And they can actually write down and just use right away, which is so important. But not only that, you invited them. This is what I'm going to talk about, is to complete the strategy, I suppose, is on the Facebook Lives, is that you give them a call to action, and you invite them to reach out to you to learn more, right? And I think that's so important, because I did learn that you don't have to do that in every single Facebook Live, but you do it more often than not, because I think that's so important. So if you wanted to kind of maybe have some, I guess I don't really have a question, but but I just wanted to say that you have that whole package of a strategy, because I was one that was afraid to ask for the sale and do a call to action at the end, because I wasn't really sure what to say. So maybe you can kind of tell us about how you structure your lives, or maybe do you come up with the content ahead of time, or do you have like the call to action in mind first, or something like that? If you want to talk about that, that'd be great.
Yeah, I remember it was like, can lazy people make money online? So everybody here, okay, they get lazy and they wanted to make money at the same time. But in that I give them a solution. Okay, there's no lazy way. You still have to do this. You still have to work out. You still have to build those things to get like the person to make money. So it's all about like be productive and make money. So but at the first I didn't tell them, okay, I just tell them, okay, you just come. If you're joining, just tell me who are you, where you're coming from. Not like I'm just selling at the first. I'm just trying to know what are the people, who are the people here, and why they are here. So are they right people who join here tonight, today, me? So I just tell them, and I just tell those two who are watching replay also. So when I just do these kind of lives, I just always tell them, okay, if you need help in doing these strategies, in doing these kind of work, you can always reach out to me. So I know people have those kind of things, those kind of problems. But most of all, they have a lack of focus. They don't focus a lot. So they need to stay to it. I just tell them, okay, you need to be accountable. It's not like you have an accountable person who are just telling you you have to do this or you have to do this. And that's also, I learned it from here. You have to be accountable to yourself. So, and how you can build those things, I can teach them. I can teach them because I developed those skills. I have learned those skills. So I can teach them also. That's I do like call to action at the end. Not every life where I need it. Okay, I have to. This thing I can help to in like other people.
Thank you, Shamala. And it encourages me so much to know that people like you just keep working. You keep on engaging with your audience, creating this. This person who people can answer to, because you really provide solutions for people who perhaps want to start their own business. And I know that what you made your $1,000. It was because you were promoting a product that you really believed in, and this is something we all love to do. And this is, and I want to give everybody here, if you are wondering how it is that Shamala is able to build up her business, she's part of this thing that we're all part of called My Lead System Pro. And if you don't know what that is, My Lead System Pro is an amazing company that gives you everything you need to start your own business online. Everything from mindset to how to build your infrastructure to building your blog, everything is there. And it's part of the reason I've become financially independent, one of the very few South Africans who work online, period, who I don't work for anybody. I used to struggle. I used to live on hand-me-downs. I used to be a person who was constantly in the shadow of other people, but now I don't. And it's purely because I have the educational system that we all have. And if you want to find that out, there should be a button below this video. If you're watching this on the Hangout page, go ahead and click on that button and you can get started today. And the great thing is that when you get started, and you contact us, what we will do is we will give you a way where you can actually be part of this amazing workshop that Shamila is a part of, that I'm a part of, Katie is a part of, Pops and Jamie, where we meet every Saturday and we talk about the problems that we're having inside of our business, and we provide solutions. It's a place where we get on there and we have a video chat where you can actually see what's going on. You can share your screen, and we just have an amazing time. And this is a real thing, but we are looking for action takers. Just like Shamila said, you know, you don't look for the lazy way. You cannot look for the lazy way. We are going to tell you stuff which is the complete opposite to what you probably think. And, you know, Shamila mentioned something early on where she said, don't chase the nose. Don't chase the nose. And this is something which I've done myself in the very beginning, where you're chasing people who really aren't interested in what you have to offer. You're making your own destiny. You're making your own future. You're making your own business online, where you're creating an environment where you want to be a part of. Get away from all of the negativity, get away from all of the stuff that's putting you down, and surround yourself with successful people. That's the way that you actually become a better person. All right. If you want to stay in the position you are in, then don't do anything. But if you want to create for yourself an environment that's encouraging and helps you move forward, surround yourself with people who are successful. Shamila did it when she watching people who were successful. She decided she wanted to do that, and she started to watch Jamie on his hangout. She started getting involved with the workshop. She started following my videos. She started stalking Katie and Pops online with their RV traveling and everything. And she made a difference. Because if you hang around people who are successful, it will eventually rub off on you. All right? It's just a matter of time, because you will pick up the habits. You know, there's a reason I've been online for 5 years and I haven't stopped, because I understand the importance of consistency. Sorry, you know, I haven't heard from Jamie at all, and I'm a little concerned that everything's okay with you, buddy. Is everything okay? You want to add something?
Oh, besides being tired, I'm fine. But one thing I wanted to point out is about the workshop is a lot of people don't really believe in themselves when they come into the workshop, and that's what the workshop does. We believe in you until you can believe in yourself, and we build you up every chance we get. You know, and I always use the phrase that, you know, we chip away the rough edges, because that's what we do. And, you know, we chip. You're already this great, powerful person. You just need a little chip here and a little chip there, and then you step into your power and you become that person. Shamila did the same thing. She stepped into that power and became that person. And all she did was hang out with us and let us believe in her until she could believe in herself.
Amen to that.
Sorry,
Don't all talk at once. Don't all talk at once. Don't all talk at once.
Is there an echo in the room? Is there an echo in the room? Is there an echo in the room?
That would be me. That would be me. That would be me. That would be me.
That's cool. You know, I just want to say hello to Trisha King, who's joined us as well. I know we've said hello in the comments, but we haven't given you a shout out, and we want to just say hello. And obviously everybody else who has joined us, thank you so much for all your comments and everything. And this is exactly what we love to do here. We want to encourage you, and we want to celebrate you with all your successes online. And this is what we do in this community, is that we try to lift up as many people as we can, because we understand that everybody needs a chance. Everybody deserves it. You know, if you think for one moment that you don't deserve to have a future where you can decide whether you want to take a break today, or you want to spend more time with your kids, or you want to spend more time with the people that you care about, I want you to understand that you deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. But, you know, I also want to just touch on this briefly, and I'm going to be making a video on this, I think tomorrow, and it's going to be entitled, Be All You Can Be. And I want you to understand that That phrase, it's very easy to say, be all you can be. And I want you to think about that, all right? You know, being all you can be absolutely has a consequence. There is a real consequence to that phrase. And I'm going to be talking more about that in that video, but I want you to understand that this is what it's about. Everybody on this panel and most of you watching right now, because you are watching this video, because you are engaging, I want you to know that you are special. You are somebody who is deciding to take action and who's decided that you want to change your life. And it might not be today. It might not be in a week. If it takes you, as Pat says a lot of the time, if it takes you 3 to 5 years, so what? You can't get to the stages we're at in corporate America. You can't get to the stage that you're at in the world that you're living in. I know that there's no way that I could be in the position I am without this amazing community. And because of the systems that we use, and because of the great mentorship that we have, and because of the training that we paid for, all right, there are huge consequences, and you need to be willing to go down that road. You can't just say, you know, it's like those people that go out there and say, I really want to find myself. And that's great, but guess what? You can take this hand, put it on your backside, and you've already found yourself. You already have yourself, all right? You don't need to go on an expedition to find who you are. You have everything in your power to make yourself as great as you want to be. You don't need to go on a long journey, because I believe getting to success is a process. A lot of people say it's a journey. I don't really agree with that, because a journey, you bounce around, you don't know where you're going, but a process. It's a process where you're going from point A to point B to point C to point D. And honestly, if you're looking at it like I'm just kind of flowing through life, you're not really going anywhere. You speak to all of the top earners, the millionaires, the billionaires. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. And much to the peril of their friendships, because a lot of these guys got ousted by their friends. Take a look at Steve Jobs. Take a look at Bill Gates. Take a look at Elon Musk. That guy is causing so much mayhem around him. People don't understand his vision, but he is determined. And this is what we are. We are determined. And a lot of our friends, I don't know how true this is for everybody, but I can tell you right now, a lot of my friends have left me because of the journey that I wanted to take. And, you know, because of the journey I wanted to take, a lot of people didn't want to hang out with me because I didn't want to be involved with their gossip. I didn't want to be involved with their latest show that they were watching. I didn't want to go out and club with them the entire night, because in my mind, I saw it as I'm going to work as hard as I can for as long as I need so that I can retire. And I know full well that I will retire in 3 years' time. It's going to happen. In 3 years' time, I'm going to start my own youth center. I'm going to start my own form of service that I want to give back to the community, because I have a vision and I'm working towards that. And I want you guys to understand that this is why we're in the business of helping other people. There's an icon at the bottom of this website, just to the right, that says Adopt a Pig, Rescue a Kid. Go and click on that icon. Go and click on that icon and see if you can help somebody. Because honestly, it starts with helping people. This whole process is about helping other people. And if you can get yourself in the habit of helping other people, that's when things start to change for you. When you take the focus off yourself, when you take the focus off yourself and start focusing on other people's needs. And this is why we provide solutions to people. And Joe McKenzie, if you're watching, I wanted to get in contact with you. Please, when you have a moment, contact me so I can get in contact with you. And Donnie, if you're watching this recording, please contact me, man. I want to speak to you forever. If anybody here on the panel wants to send a message out to somebody who's watching, please, now's the chance to do it. Go for it.
Hey, world, we're here. Where are you?
Yeah, we're marketers. We have no life. What does the sun look like? I should specifically say online marketers. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I have to tell you, whenever I just go, okay, make my hair, my son, older one, he'll always say, okay, are you going to make a video? so,
It's so
I said,
cute.
no, no, I can comb my hair. so, and yesterday he just said, okay, I subscribe to your channel. I said, why? I said, okay, no, I can see you live because you do always on Facebook. I can watch you on YouTube.
You brought up a very good, this is really funny, but you brought up a really good, like, something that's going on with this industry is that there's a lot of kids that are getting brought up into this industry, and it's changing a lot of the ways that people are getting brought up, and it's like, they're not like when I was a kid where you get to drink from the hose, you know, where it's nothing. But they get to learn a lot of good life lessons and how to be confident. And I think it's going to change. This industry is changing a lot of kids, which is so amazing. So amazing. That's awesome.
I agree 100%. It's not the same as it used to be in the old days. I mean, I remember just watching, you know, every time I hear this argument, people always say the same thing. Like I'm saying, you know, college and university is not the same as it was before, because everything we have right now is on the internet. Everything we have is available to us. And, you know, there are so many entrepreneurs out there who want to make a difference in other people's lives, and we can all do that. And I honestly believe 100% that if you start teaching your kids this early about solving people's problems, it's gonna solve so many issues for so many kids who save up to go to college, and now they're all in debt, and now they're going to work with the debt, and they've got to get a job. It's just not the same. It's not the same. And you know, Peter O'Teal said the same thing. He says higher education has changed. And you know, Elon Musk was interviewed, and they were saying to him, "Do you need to have a degree to work for you?" And he said, "It isn't important. You know, it has to do with your drive. It has to do with your entrepreneurship. It has to do with your style and what type of person you are." And you know, and every time, and I'll tell you what, this is a huge relief for me, because I don't have tertiary education. I never went to university. I never went to college. I finished high school and that was it. And I wish I had done this so much sooner. So that's definitely something. And yes, Joe, sorry, just to answer Joe, sorry, Joe, I missed your call, or I missed contacting you because I overslept on Saturday, as much to everybody is aware of, because my body clock's been out of whack. But I've got some good ideas for you, Joe. And Melinda, if you're watching this, please contact Joe. He's in the same industry that you're in as well. And yeah, Joe, I've got some great ideas for you as well to help you with your business. So please get in contact with me when you have a moment.
I just wanted to add something to you, what you said there, Dave. Real quick. By you not having a university education, you didn't miss anything. Because all they teach you in college is theory. So when you walk out in the real world with that degree, it's just a piece of paper. You don't experience the real world until you start that first job. And college doesn't prepare you for that first job.
Absolutely, man. And I mean, Bill Gates doesn't have a, he quit high school. What, he quit his education. But I know that if you had a chance to hire Bill Gates, you would do it. You would do it because you understand the importance of value that he has to offer. It has nothing to do, it's such a farce. I mean, if you think about it, when somebody says, because I see these posters all around town when I go out that says, get more money for your family, study and become higher education. And all that's saying to me is, spend a lot of time getting something to incorporate all of your time so you can earn a bit more money but have less time to spend with your family. And here I am, no education, no tertiary education at least. I believe in high school, but I just believe because you need fundamentals. You need to know how to speak. You need to know how to add. You need to know a little bit of science, because if you don't, you'll probably kill yourself And it's always good to know history so that you don't repeat history, because history repeats itself unless you're aware of that. But other than that, I think that you need to be able to teach your kids how to become an entrepreneur online. And I think that's really, really important. I just got it. Somebody send me a question. We're at the top of the hour.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We're at the top of the hour, guys, and please understand, if you would like to know more about what it is we do, and you would like to know how to get in our workshop, which is only exclusive to our team, you can contact us. But it doesn't mean that you can't succeed, all right? It just means get involved with the community. It just means get involved with people who want the same thing. And we're here to help you, encourage us. Even if you're not part of the workshop, that's fine. You can always reach out to us. We're always willing to guide you in the right direction. We won't hold your hand. We will guide you and push you in the right direction and give you some answers that you probably won't hear anywhere else. Okay, that is 100% true. And so with that being said, don't forget Jamie's Hangout on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget we're on Wisdom Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you also want to be there because straight after Wisdom Wednesday, a massive change is happening inside of My Lead System Pro, which is really exciting. We're all dying to hear about it, and because they're really giving us everything that's up to date and how we can change our business strategy for the better, which I think is an amazing opportunity for you to get on board there. So get inside of your trial. Click the link below, fill in the form, and get started today. All right. I did it, and if I can do it, you can do it. Believe me, if I can do it, because the trial is like $10 for 10 days, and then it's $150 every month. It's $150 for me in my country. That's like $1,500 for me a month. So think about that. If you live in a first world country, you're not even near that. Believe me, if I was living in that type of ratio, I would have joined years before. All right. Understand, you need to invest in your education. There's no way around it. You need to invest in your education. All right. So with that being said, we're going to say goodbye. We will see you same time next week. And we will also have another special guest on for you there. We will catch you. We'll see you there, guys. Bye-bye.